Insightful video. Why? Because the phrase sales and marketing and sales are not to be juxtaposed. It isn't just one concept. The two separate, disparate business skills, once you see the separation, now you've got an opportunity to succeed. Now you're going to be able to duck and avoid bankruptcy. When the phraseology of marketing is intermingled with sales and selling, what you're doing is removing accountability. You're distracting yourself from how to succeed. This is why this video is called 7 Ways That Marketing is Not Sales and Selling. What marketing does is inside of the building, where marketing does not come into contact with users. Marketing is throwing Hail Marys towards prospects that may or may not ever become customers. Problem: advertising budget. Half of your advertising budget is being wasted. We just don't know which half. That's marketing. Truer than that statement is 95% of our advertising budget is currently getting wasted. We just don't know which 95% is causing our loss. Solution: getting distracted from business milestones because we're overly relying upon marketing, where sales and selling is the uncomfortable truth. Why is it that this video is at the popularity level that it is? Why? Because look at the single digit number of views. Why is that? Because uncomfortably, now made comfortable, is the fact that you are seeing content that's based on how to do business. But what if the component of business that's hardest is meeting prospects who are going to tell you, I don't like you, I don't trust you, I don't need you, and I kind of still don't trust you. Now you're in a frame of mind where there's two components, two aspects of meeting people that you've met, which is no need and no trust. Let's go over an example of the business that I started in my dorm room. It was FICO score preparation. Oh, I don't need that. I'm going to be a millionaire when I graduate because I'm studying engineering. I don't need a good credit score. So it's no need and then no trust. This is the consultative marketing. This is the consultative selling component, which is dealing with the two biggest problems in starting up your business, which is I have an idea, now I need to find if this solves any problems. And when there's no need, well, you don't even get to the no component of it. What we're looking at here is not just saying, oh, all marketing is bad. I'm not saying that. I'm saying augmenting the marketing that has been done at a company and incorporating a little sprinkle of sales and selling, a little sprinkle of page 37 of 4 Steps to the Epiphany, which is getting in front of customers. This is also what they do teach you at Y Combinator. This is what they do teach you at venture capital programs, which is, can you get 10 customers? So let's explore some specific ways that we can sprinkle in sales on top of marketing. We're not throwing out marketing wholesale. We're not just belittling anybody that does marketing, although we're going to make them feel little when we forcibly catalyze sales on top of marketing. This is this is this video. This is the 7 components that marketing differ from sales and selling. That's the setup of why sales sits atop and is the more accountable arm of the business. Starfishing with multiple arms of a business on top of marketing. So let's go into a specific playful thing that I think will encapsulate us reviewing the bullet points. And if you're just jumping into this room, welcome, and you've missed just this component, which is these bullet points. Let's market a 11-minute party that's at a conference. Now, why is it 11 minutes? Because we don't have $75,000 to do a 2-hour party. So we're just going to do an 11-minute party, and we can engineer up a tidal wave of momentum, perpetual promotion machine from a marketing standpoint. And so we together are going to do a little bit of marketing, and I'll show you where the sales and selling component go after we've laid the groundwork for marketing. So we're doing an 11-minute event, so we want to load up a Luma or an event page that's on Eventbrite or Evite or a hosting party app website. We want to have 12 sentences, 2 pictures, and 1 focus for a WordPress blog post. We also want to do 2 videos that are 28 seconds long to 38 seconds long. It's just 2 videos that we embed. And what we're doing here is we're promoting an event on marketing. We're not going to buy ads for it. We're going to win at guerrilla marketing, which is this. Once we have tickets to be sold, and remember, this party could be a free party, but we want to be able to hard sell the free event registrations. How do we hard sell a free event registration? This is how. We realize that our end goal is to mark the party sold out within 4 days of the party. So we're going to be hard selling by selling a $20 ticket that we hard sell for $20, but if they show up at the party, we're offering to rebate them back fully on their money. Sales is where we wrangle dollars from their pocket into our pocket, whereas marketing is spending money in the hopes of a return on investment, and it's incredibly difficult to track. Why? Because you really don't know how that money that you spent is going to have an allocation. This is why in sales, selling, and promotion, we are able to wrangle dollars specifically from the dollars that we brought in. With Financial Feminists, there's chapters 1 through 7 of Tori Dunlap's book. And so I went ahead and added chapter 14. I added chapter 11. I also added chapter 9. And what we're doing here is we're not just reliant upon our network and hoping that our network will do the marketing for us, because outsourcing marketing, very bad. Outsourcing sales, turns out almost every founder and every co-founder team is trying to delegate sales away from their business. What happens when you delegate sales and selling to a VP of sales, which common sense wise you would think, oh yeah, that makes sense. We hire a VP of sales. Common sense gets you bankrupt. Traditional thinking ruins your company, and now you understand why 80% of tech startups end up going bankrupt. And then when you see the carnage on the other side, then you start interviewing companies that survived. And guess what they all say? All of us code, all of us sell. One of the co-founders absolutely needs to be chief sales officer, aka VP of sales. What kills companies dead? Delegating VP selling operations to a person who hasn't even been hired yet. Delegating work that is difficult to do, but is work that we can practice in doing a pre-entrepreneurship effort. What we can do in separating marketing from sales and selling. What questions do you guys have before I plunge forward with top 7 ways that marketing is different from sales and selling? Have we ever met before in real life? If we have, that's cool that we're spending time in this format. The reason I'm having this format done is this question comes up time and time again, which is, hey, you seem to be smart and good at marketing. And what people see as good marketing is actually furious sales and selling effort under the water, like a duck's feet. Let me give you an example of that. So let's say we're doing a marketing promotion at spring break, right? So it's a bunch of college students and we're here to talk about FICO credit scores. So it's a marketing function and the budget is, let's say, $15,000. It only seems like the marketing things that we did were genius only because we sold. And this is how we did it. Spring break, marketing promotions. We are selling venues on using and partnering with us while selling their sandwiches. So we're literally doing a sales pop-up for a food for lead generation. Lead generation is borderline marketing and sales, but it's more accountable. And that's the main difference between sales and marketing is tracing, measurement, and accountability. And the fact that sales and selling, the user or the prospect that you're asking to perform an action, not necessarily buy anything from you, perform some action that benefits them. Because remember, you're battling 2 things, no need and no trust. And so let's say you attack the trust issue first, which is also this video series, which is, hey, I've never met you before. I don't know if I should trust you. Well, I'm giving you 17 bullet points of information on the differences between marketing and selling. Now, let's say you have some trust factor because I've mitigated all the risk. Now we can look at, okay, well, what is it that I might need from this educational series? What you need is the ability to avoid bankruptcy. What you need is, what are some small skills that I can build and develop so that way I don't have to rely on barely working marketing plans, barely etched out 5-page marketing plans, or a 650-page marketing plan that involves a lot of promotion and sales selling. So, Tim Ferriss, 4-Hour Workweek. He's got a book. It's about 350 pages. How long is his marketing plan for his first book that I help promote at South by Southwest? How long is the marketing plan? It's almost 800 pages. What we're doing by marketing the book is we're selling the book to people. This is how a book marketing plan works versus a sales marketing plan works. This is book club selling any book within our future book club. Remember, we're also doing video club where it's a book club but for a video. Let's stay with book club for a moment because this is an exercise that we can do. We can do. Book club. Practicing marketing, practicing selling. So take a book that you own here. Like, tell me in the comments a book that you own that's nonfiction that you have not yet read. While I'm waiting for you to type that out, you find that book and you do book club, meaning you're selling that book to other people in a nightclub. That's what makes book club in a nightclub amazing, because you're like, there's no way that that actually would work. It works every time. Why? I'm not going to sell you the whole book that you're going to take forever to read, okay? I'm not going to sell you Tori Dunlap's book. I'm not. What I am going to do is sell you the content within the book and the ancillary content that has not yet been added to Tori Dunlap's book. Would you like the Tori Dunlap book for $15 or on sale for $12? Or would you like the secret sequel, the future sequel? Do you like how I added content to the cover? And so what you're doing is you're making the book more valuable by person to person selling the, hey, this is a product, it's launched, and for everyone else, it's $12. For you, it's worth this much money. Why? Because you're going to need the content within Chapter 5, entrepreneurship, Chapter 5, mentorship, Chapter 9 is entrepreneurship. So you're going to need this content, and this book club now kicked it into higher gear. Why? Because marketing is different from sales and selling. And before we were marketing a book club, now we're selling you not even the whole book. I'm just selling you on 3 pages within the book, where the specific page numbers hunt for problems that entrepreneurs have. Problem. People that are financial feminists are slow to get off of $0. Does this sound familiar to you? Sounds familiar to me. What would you be willing to pay to solve your problem? Well, I teach at a university and our students are pissed that we're forcing them to be billion-dollar startup founders. Huh, interesting. And so the value here would be what? The value would be showing the steps to get to a smaller dollar amount below $1 billion, right? Not everybody can be a unicorn. Okay, that makes sense. And do you see how now we're taking a ginormous concept of marketing and we are now all of a sudden swarmed with being able to delve directly into how little things knock off 2 problems: no need and no trust. And so together, where the book in and of itself solves problems. And so what we're doing within the sales process is we're doing mentorship marketing, where I get to time extend, like this is a video game, time extension when you get more and more mentorship, more and more reasons to buy. And so as I'm adding mentorship marketing to the sales process, now there's a elevated interest level. Why? Because 2 things are reduced: no need and no trust. And so, with the components separating from marketing and sales, realize that it's incredibly politically incorrect to ask your casual viewer and user base to attempt sales and selling. Because why? People remember the advice that was given to them, and if at the point of even hearing, hey, have you thought about trying sales, the viewership number drops, or some other problem emerges where they're like, oh, I'm just gonna try to not talk to users. This is why the bankruptcy failure rate is super majority. It's at 80%, 80%. And when you ask people, oh yeah, that's just what the fatality rate always has been. Well, what could we do to solve it? Well, sales, selling. Well, why aren't you focused on that? Oh, because we're not trying to help people not go bankrupt. We're not trying to help people avoid death. What we're trying to do is our business model, which is just light and polite language to chase views. Whereas that's not going to keep us winning, because look at this video, 7 ways that marketing is different from sales and selling. I guarantee that after I sell specific, hey, you said you were going to do marketing, this is a video on how you should add in sales and selling. Like, this is the anchor video for all the mistakes that get committed, which is I only want to do marketing. I only want to sit in a comfortable office, not ever selling. Whereas what do CEOs do? They're at the front lines. What do leaders do? They're at the front lines talking to their customers. Talking to customers, that gets messy in a hurry. Why? Because your customer will tell you, hey, your pizza used to be good. I used to buy your pizza twice a week. Now your pizza sucks because you're saving money. That's sales. Because what is a large component of sales and selling? It's doing customer service. It's listening to people who have paid you money complain, and now you've got to solve that problem, or else you've got a jeopardy situation where your current customer, they might quit. Your current client, they might fire you. Now let's switch gears to prospects. When we're looking at prospects, those are potential customers, and what do they do before they give us money? What do they do? It turns out, counterintuitively, they yell at us. Why? Because they're feeling that we understand their need super clearly. And now they still don't trust us, but they're beginning to trust us a little bit more. So what do? They yell at us. They yell at us before they give us money. This is what happens time and time again. Why? It's the last burst before they give up and just give you money. This is the last stage of when they cave. The topic that we're talking about is 7 ways that marketing is different from sales and selling. We don't get to find these things out if we are only doing marketing, where you keep throwing messages over a wall. This is what marketing is. Keep throwing messages over a wall without any feedback, hoping that one of the 15 artillery shells and Hail Marys that we throw lands in the G spot of the prospect's mind, where now, ta-da, like a flower, the purse strings open and money flows from them to us. Has that ever worked in the history of whatever? No. What does work? Belly button to belly button sales and selling. Let's turn this into the internet component of this, which is this. Does your website have a contact methodology? Because remember, what is marketing? Marketing is a lead generation funnel for pick up the phone or email somebody so that way we can sell you, right? So, does your landing page have a cell phone number for us to connect on? Because if you don't want to connect with your prospects, what's the likelihood of them throwing money at you? Low, which is why my cell phone number exists everywhere. And if we've never met before, Ola, Larry, Chang, Chiang. And if you want to do something hilarious, put this into the Google search bar or a better search engine, DuckDuckGo. 650 283 8008. What is that doing by having that phone number be really in existence? What am I doing? I'm offering to do customer service. I'm offering to connect. I'm offering a easy ability to ask questions. Here is something that is a deadly awesome business street smart strategy. It is this: doing customer service for somebody else's product. Totally astute and street smart. What that entails is slapping our cell phone number and our sticker onto, oh, does this product need service? Or proactively reaching out to people. Hey, how are you enjoying Financial Feminist by Tori Dunlap? How have you been able to apply Chapter 5 on mentorship? How have you been able to augment your business? Are you a financial feminist yet? What are we doing within marketing that could be made better? Open-ended questions, and what you're doing is you're providing something that is irrefutably true that handles two things: no need and no trust, which is, would you like some customer service to go with that? Because once you are able to proceed in business without consent, you now understand that winning at business is failing forward. Oh, is this also chapter 11? It really is. How has this video been? Useful? Not useful? Super useful. It's been great spending time with you. This topic's been 7 ways that marketing is different from sales. 7 ways marketing is different from selling. To wrap up, we can do this. Oh my God, this will be great. In fact, this will be your price of admission. As an external API, guacamole recipe number 23. If you sell and promote somebody else's business that is not necessarily your business will actually rise. What are you doing? You're doing the triangle trade for entrepreneurship. Let me give you an example: molasses, guns, and butter. And so it's a 3-way triangle trade where it's like a perpetual promotion machine. What is this also like? This is also like stuffed animals, MicroStrategy stock, and board of directors operations, where it's 3 sides to a triangle. And what you're able to do is you're able to promote a stuffed animal that is related to the tangential triangle. So the stuffed animal is orange, that is promoting a new product or slide deck or technical innovation. So another example is Celestial Mining and Management, accounting software for mining, Starfish, and a slide deck. So you're hard selling the Starfish. Why? Because no need, no trust is inherently blasted away when you're like, who could say no to like a stuffed animal starfish? you wouldn't say no because you'd be saying yes. And then when the starfish is an ability to run sales protocol, business protocol, MBA protocol, cross the chasm from the right. And so when you're crossing the chasm from the right, what are you doing? You're leveraging something that already gained adoption, which is a stuffed animal starfish, with the innovation, which is the accounting software. Accounting software, if you were to spend money on marketing, good luck with that, because you are literally not even peeing into the ocean. You're not even like, there's no analogy for that. This is why marketing efforts tend to fizzle. This is why small businesses go bankrupt. Ask a small business, hey, what's your marketing plan? And just listen, because these are the danger signals for when they are probably going to go bankrupt. Oh, I just rely on word of mouth. Oh, okay. So what number are you at? 0. You're at 0 relying on word of mouth? Oh yeah, I hear testimonials is going to be the big thing. What? You can't act like you're arrived when you haven't even started. And so listen and ask questions for, hey, what is your marketing plan? Because remember, going back to the Tim Ferriss 4-Hour Workweek book, his marketing plan was almost 800 pages. His book was like 350 pages. What is your marketing plan? Oh, I'm just hoping to go viral. Or, oh, I've got a couple social media posts. What is Instagram and YouTube and social media? What is it? It's outsourcing VP sales work to an algorithm. Let me repeat that. When you're relying on social media marketing, you're, in essence, abdicating the role of marketing and selling. Why? Because search engine optimization doesn't even work on Instagram because the posts get hidden, which is why if we remix a YouTube video and then put it onto a landing page, that's a step towards marketing. To bring it all the way full circle home, in how does this apply to this video, sales and selling, it works like this. That landing page, we then sell by talking to people and saying, hey, what's your marketing plan? And they're like, I'm just hoping that that Joe Rogan talks about me on his podcast. Okay, what are you going to do beforehand? Have you thought about, this is a landing page, which is promote your landing page to people at Comedy Mothership. Boom! And do you see how now you've got a shot at getting on Joe Rogan's show, because you're reverse engineering the steps to be, hey, I've got a credit, mentorship, FICO score preparation company, and it'd be great if I could be on Joe Rogan, because if I get on Joe Rogan, I go stratospheric, right? Does it sound like a Hail Mary that a lot of people are trying to throw? Yeah, because people are like, oh, if I could just get on Oprah, oh, if I could just get on the New York Times bestseller list, then I won't have to work anymore, then I won't have to promote anymore, and I could delegate VP sales work because I myself don't even want to do it as the VP of sales. Here's another nugget, which is this. We can go be VP of sales inside of Bitcoin. Bitcoin does not have a VP of sales because Satoshi Nakamoto can't hire or fire you. So you can be VP of sales at a company because they're not going to penalize you for promoting their stuff. I don't know how much commission you're going to make, but this is the practice of doing VP sales work. And this is where we collab on, hey, you were hinting at the fact that I could be VP of sales. This is like one of those old school unpaid internships, except this internship, that pays a lot. And This is the whole, hey, I'll come work for you for free, just teach me. Well, guess what? I don't need you to work for me for free, but guess what? You can do this on your own if you wanted to be VP of sales at Bitcoin. This is how it would work. You set up office hours once per month on, let's say, the first Thursday at, I don't know, Nobu Hotel. And you say, who wants to learn how to onboard Bitcoin? Now you're the VP of sales for Bitcoin. Because guess what? Other people aren't selling Bitcoin. And for every 10 Bitcoin you sell, oh, I'm going to offer you a free starfish, a free starfish. And what else are you selling? You're selling hardware wallets. And what are you doing? You're practicing VP sales and selling work by not just relying upon marketing. What are you marketing? You're marketing your office hours. You're marketing this kitschy joke franchise. That's why you start a joke franchise, is to sell your first thing. That's what happens on Psycho Saturdays, is where we learn and attempt to sell our first thing. That's not a Larry Chang idea, it's a Gary Vaynerchuk idea. And so these are different ways that sales forks from marketing. These are different ways that marketing and sales overlap and should not be used interchangeably, but now you get the window into why some people experience success in being able to get off of zero and avoid bankruptcy. I'm Larry Chang.